Let's see. Uh, that is not what I meant to do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try this one more time. This is my third time trying this evening. Third time's the charm. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. hmm I like to start with this because I want you all to know. You all are on my mind. That's why I'm here. Struggle streaming. The struggle is real. Oh, let me see. Uh, let's see. Let's see what's happening. Videos. All right, let's see. Going home. I'm trying to see if I'm live. Uh, let's see. What happens if I go here? Yep. Okay. But now, let's see. Can I hear? Yeah. I'm gonna need you to close that for now. Welcome to the chat. Okay, let me see. Huh? Hey, Christine. Hey, God. Hold on. Comments. Let's see. All right. Okay. I'm back. Thank you all for coming back. Now I'm gonna close this. Is there any? Is there feedback? Am I loud and clear? Am I coming in good? The sound? Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, God's desire for me. I love that name. I love your name. Your tag. Your what do they call those? What do they call? Um. Okay. So I'm persevering, y'all. I'm pressing on. I'm pressing. I don't know what happened the first time. Don't ask me. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. I'm looking for. Okay. All right. So thank you all so much for coming back. Episode 6, Living Out Loud, the podcast after dark. Appreciate you. Not gonna be before you much. I've wasted a whole lot of your time, and so I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna try and fast forward through this thing. Now, okay, so y'all were with me. Y'all were with me last screen name. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Losing words, but I appreciate you helping the sister out. Yes, I love your screen name. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so hit that hit that share button. Let people know that I'm back. She's back. Um, please, pretty please. Okay, so last week I left you all with a coaching question, which was How do you explain, or how do I explain success? That was my coaching question. How do I explain success? Well, I struggled with that. I really, really did struggle with that, because now I got to be open and honest about it. And if I am going to be, if I'm going to be becoming better physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, then I really do have to work on those pillars. The pillars are not, they're not in very good condition. They're not, no, they're not in good condition at all. Now, I drew a picture of the road sign, what it would look like if I could draw a picture of what's going on. But that picture right there, I'm not being honest in that picture, because those pillars look healthy, and the pillars that ought to be represented there, if they're a true representation of me, they're not healthy at all. They're cracking and crumbling. But the good news is my foundation is good. I know on the foundation on which I stand, in which I believe, in which I move and have my being. I understand my foundation. I know that it's strong. I know that it's firm. And I know that I am going to make it through this new stage in my life. I believe in the promises of God, and I also recognize that the promises have conditions, and so there's work that I have to do. Um, I believe the promises of God is faith, but faith without work, and what I'm doing right now is work, is dead. So this is my representation of faith. I believe that what I'm doing now is going to be healing for me. It's also going to be healing for a lot of people who hear me. Thank you all so much for coming in. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know what? Stay. I like coming. I like coming on after you. You know why? Because you say some stuff. You say some things. You say some things that make me think as I am healing out loud. And so, yeah, I enjoy that. Yeah, uh-huh. And so I'm talking about the question that I left you all with last week. Oh, and by the way, I mentioned before, when you all couldn't hear me, that I found a PDF of the first chapter of this book, Successful Women Think Differently, by Valerie Burton. Now, I found it and I saved it. I just don't remember where. And I don't know. It could be in the link in the description in the other video. Anyway, it's not in the description, the channel description. Anyway, I found the first chapter, a PDF file of the first chapter of this book that I'm reading right now. Okay, it's out there. And if I found it, you all can too. I'm sorry, I can't remember where the link is. Okay. And this is a new stream, and so I can't even tell you that it's in the description bar, because it's not. Okay. So yeah. Hey, Lacey J, how you doing? Yes. Yes, I'm glad to be back. This is my third time. I came back again, and I was just running my mouth, and I was like, Christine, you really do need to stop and make sure that this is working. And clearly it was not, because I didn't see it nowhere. And so, so yeah, this is actually my third time. But anyway, I'm here. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Anyway, so got to that question, y'all. I got to that question. How do I explain success? And I just knew that I was going to be able to just roll them off my tongue. I did this and I did that, and I was recognized for this, and I did that and that and that and that and that and that and that. All that. I did that. I did that. And then I got to thinking, yeah, well, no, no, because I know what I'm capable of. I also know why I went into the areas or the fields that I did. I also know that I made it look easy doing what I did because what I did was easy for me. I took the easy road. I made decisions based on my failures, my weaknesses. I did not have the right mindset to overcome them. I did not. So what I did was I went around them, and I used my talents in order to be successful in working for somebody else. And now that I'm in this retirement stage of my life, and I can't, hey Miss T, and I can't and I don't have any of that. Looking back on it, I'm recognizing that no, you didn't, and I'm talking to myself now, you did not do, no, you didn't do the best that you could have. You're actually better than the products. I was better than what I was producing. I could have done a whole lot better, but I was operating in a procrastinator mindset. Oh my God. Um, I'm the person, who, if I had to be to work at 8 o'clock, if I rolled up in there, if I clocked in by 8:08, I was good. There was a grace period. It was an 8-minute grace period. And if I hit that clock by 8:08, then in my mind, I'm good. My supervisor, on the other hand, that would make her blood boil. But me, in my mind, is thinking, look, I'm here. And because I'm here, you ought to be happy because now, because I'm here, I'm coming with all of the goodness that I bring. And so, as we balance in the scales, I'm thinking that what I bring to the table outweighs the fact that I get to work late every once in a while, and more. And that's because I wasn't intentional. I was not intentional on getting to work on time. Um, and I wasn't intentional in a lot of other things. Like I was like returning emails, reading reading the doggone email Forget returning it. How about opening it up and reading it? Man, or not keeping the members of a group or an organization that I formed up to speed on what was going on. I could not get past my own weaknesses to even see the success of the thing. If I don't know if I'm making any sense. You say we what? We rationalize what we cannot explain. Mm-hmm. We rationalize what we cannot explain. Tell me more. Give me a little bit more of what you mean. What what am I where am I what am I where am I where was the rational where was the rationalization? Stop me. To slow me down and make me go back. What was this what was the rationale? What was the thinking? Where was I going? What was I talking about? What was the line of thinking? What was the behavior? What was I talking about? Because I got to get past this, y'all. I got to get past this. If I don't learn from the mistakes that I've been making, then I am doomed to make them again. And I cannot afford to do that. I don't have time to be wasted on stupid mistakes. Now, what I recognize is that when I was obedient, when I was operating in areas where I had been obedient, that was where I had my most success, like I said before. But again, I can't take the glory for it because I was being obedient to God. And in the other areas where I was intentional, where I knew, where I made where I made the decision, is the areas where I had the greatest failures and that has had the most effect on my life. And you know what I found out in my thinking and my studying and being reflective is that my issue at the bottom of it, bottom line, my issue is stemmed around money. I am I'm good emotionally when the money when I got my emergency fund and when the bills are up to date and when I've got my pantry full and the freezer's full and all of that is taken care of, I'm good. Okay, as long as I got money coming in, I'm good. And so that was my driving force as far as work is concerned. As long as I was getting my paycheck, I was good. But the I was not giving the employer the best that I had. I was not. I was not. And I know that I won't. I know that I wouldn't. And I'm not sure. Well, yeah. Fake. I made. Yep. I made it look good. I made what I was going through. You'd never know what's going on behind. Yeah. Don't know what's going on behind those eyes. Don't know the sadness, the struggle, the overwhelming feeling, the feeling of drowning. And I don't want you all to sound like that I'm in a pit, that I'm still in this place right here. I'm not in this place. I'm not in this place right here. Where I am is in this place where I recognize that there is a fray. There is a fray in me. There's some broken things in me. But but there is hope. There is hope. And if I can reach past the broken things, if I can reach past that fray, that those broken things, then I'm gonna get to the healthy part of that there rope, and I'm gonna get to the other side, and and life goes on. Life will go on. But I've got to get to why it is that and now I've got to be really open and honest, and and share. I'm reluctant. I want to talk about all of what I'm going through, right? But I don't want it to sound like I'm whining. I'm not. I'm working it out. I'm working it out in my head, and I'm just doing it out loud. And I'm open to uh open open I'm open to other points of view, other perspectives, because sometimes I cannot get outside of my own head, my own thinking. I can't formulate another point of view, not without some kind of outside stimulus, a video, a statement from from Stay Hall, right? When we do or don't do things, we know we're not supported. To have no real explanation, we rationalize and say, well, I'm doing a good job, so I don't have to be intentional about the ah oh but I do though. I do. I do got to be intentional about the small stuff if I want to be successful. I got to answer those. I got to read the emails. I got to go to the post office and get that their post office box. I got to go to Amazon and 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 get and make the wish list. I gotta put the seed. I gotta put the seeds in the ground. I gotta put them in some soil. I gotta go to the store and get this. I gotta do something. And what I'm trying to tell y'all is that uh Maybe the reason that I'm having an issue with the word marry is because I'm just not committed to the work. That's got to be done. Successful women think differently. I got to wrap my brain around the work that's got to be done. I don't know. I don't know if I know I'm capable. I know that I'm capable of doing of 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 growing. I know that I'm capable of growing. I'm capable of reading and recognizing. I know that I'm capable. I I all of my optimism isn't gone, but I can tell you all that um being around being around a pessimist is okay. That was there's a success. Now, I entered into a situation, a marriage that I should not have entered into. When I entered into that marriage, I was being disobedient. I knew I was messing up. I had heard, I felt in my spirit woman that I was messing up. I kept hearing, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Did it anyway. And and the pain of being yoked with somebody who is pulling in the opposite direction is real. That pain is real. Um, I don't know if y'all have ever experienced handcuffs, but that pain is real. You're gonna go in a direction that whoever's managing those cuffs is going. You are going in that direction. Let me see what's going on in this here chat. I just been running my mouth, jaw jacking. Hey y'all. Um Jaw jacking and the uh-huh. Yes. You know what? God's desire for me? I'm gonna do the same thing. I heard it. I went out and I was listening to it. But that's the thing about these here videos, oh my gosh, they're just good for documentation. And I will be going back and I will be listening to her video. And you know what else I did? God's desire for me. I went back and I listened to my own videos, listening to what I was saying and listening to what sifting some soil and more was saying. I don't know if she's here with us tonight. Um, but if not, hey, and I appreciated her coming up. So when we do or don't do things we know we are not supposed to do and have no real explanation, we rationalize and say, well, I'm doing a good job. And I don't have to be intentional about the small stuff. Now, see, I read that once, and it was good the first time I read it, and that's why I read it again. Often, as women, we feel undervalue and underestimated and subconsciously don't do what we consider small tasks as a form. Okay, I can see that. I can, yes, yes, yes. I recognize that a lot of what I've done, a lot of what, yes, not getting to work on time sometimes was probably a form of rebellion. You are not going to make me do this. And I might have had a little bit of arrogant arrogance in that I did a little bit and it seemed like a whole lot because what was going on around me was still. I came along and put, and I was that pebble that caused ripples in a still environment. I'm an artist coming into a library, an elementary school teacher coming into a library. Now, while libraries are not what they used to be, they are still libraries. And here I come with and I describe myself as, silly putty. And I describe the library as a box. But the box has holes and 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 I felt like the system was pushing me into this box. But silly putty can't be contained in a box that has holes now, right? And so I found a way out. I found ways out. And I guess that's what rebellion looks like in my mind as it relates to conforming to that system. I struggled with it. I struggled with conforming to their ways. Um, but it didn't work. Their ways didn't work for what it was that I was purposed to do. And so that caused conflict and stress and all kinds of stuff that just seemed unnecessary to me. If you would just let me do the job that I know that I can do, you're making it harder for me. My team members who were supposed to be there to support me are making it harder for me to do the job that I believe that I can do. The only problem is I need to understand, and I didn't, that I need to align myself. I needed to conform to the ways of the system, and I didn't. I couldn't. I found it difficult, and because I didn't, and I found it difficult, I was able to circumvent and do what it was that I had planned to do. And luckily for me, it worked out. It was successful, but I was being rebellious and disobedient in my anyway. I was not, and it was not a healthy mindset for me to be in. It was not a healthy environment for me to be in. And as a result, it weighed on me physically. Headaches don't happen for no reason. Headaches happen for a reason. They do. Um, and so, and then neck pain. That pain here in the temples. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The pain behind the eyes. Whoo-wee. That's stress, y'all. And I sacrificed peace of mind and all of that for the bottom line, the money, the paycheck. Now, I did the job. I did it okay. Other people would say that I did it well. I would say that I did it okay. As I am measuring how I explain how I explain my successes. Um, excuse me, y'all. And so, since I'm in this here reset, right? Since I'm in this reset, okay, now I've got to understand why did I fail? Why am I failing? Why am I failing? What's happening? What is going on in me? What why am I failing? That is not supposed to be happening to me. One, I'm too smart and I'm too pretty for that to be happening to me. Anybody understand? These here failures just not, and I'm just so I'm so funny and fun to be around, and these failures just should not be happening to me. Facebook, y'all still with me? Hey y'all. Now look, Facebook, if y'all want to comment, you got to come over to my YouTube channel. You got to come over to my YouTube channel and make comments. And I want you to comment. I do. I want you to comment. And I'm curious to know if anybody is following along with me on this here healing journey. I'm just wondering. Um, so I don't want y'all to think that I haven't had any successes. I have. It's just that the successes that I've had, I call them, or she called them, accidental blessings, and they were as a result of my being obedient to what God was saying to me at the time. hmm Hello, Bayou Sugar Garden. How you doing? It's good to see you in the building. Nope, I'm not saying that. It is good to see, because I am, you know what? Welcome. Welcome to my closet. That's where I am right now. I'm in my closet. Ah, ooh-wee. I need to get up and move around, and that's another thing, y'all. That's another thing. Now, watch this. Hello, Deborah Garrett. How you doing? Deborah Garrett is speaking to everybody. Look, y'all. Now, hey, girl. How you doing? So, look. Now, those four pillars. I'm not being honest with y'all. I'm not being honest with y'all because I'm supposed to be healing and becoming better in all of those areas. I feel, I am feeling the result of my stinking thinking in my physical body. Okay, did that make sense to anybody? I am feeling it. I'm feeling the consequences of my stinking thinking. I'm feeling it in my knees. Okay, I'm feeling it in my in my legs. I'm losing strength in my muscles. Why? Because I'm not moving around enough. Why? Because I'm tired. And why am I tired? Because I'm not sleeping well. And why am I not sleeping well? Because I have stuff on my mind. Well, what kind of stuff do you have on your mind? My finances, my money. At the bottom line of it, money has been the source of my hope. It's been the source of my faith. I'm just being honest with you, y'all. It's been the source. And how do I know? Because I get real twisted when things go wrong, and things go wrong. I have had enough monies that I I've had enough money that you know, I'm all right. Am I gonna take over the world? No. No. Y'all remember Pinky and the Brain? I'm not making enough to take over the world. I'm not. And nor have I ever. Um um but what I have not been is a good steward over what I have. And what I know is that the consequence for my not being a good steward over what I have is that I end up right where I am right now at zero baseline. Zero. I've got this dream, this plan, this 10-year plan and financially, and at the baseline, the numbers are zero. How in the world am I going to, how is that dream going to come to pass? These are the things that I think about in my mind. I have enough. I have enough to sustain. Okay? I have enough to sustain. Now, look, watch this. Now I'm about to share with y'all something that ain't really none of your business, but if I'm being open and honest, I have to be. Course, okay, so I've always been at the low side of middle class, okay? I've been on the low side of middle class. A hop, skip, and a jump away from the poverty line. All right. Well, I'm there. I am at the poverty line at this stage of retirement. It is enough. It is enough for me to live. But spending change. Spending change. Okay. Spending change. I'm about to run my mouth, y'all. Spending change. So the poverty line, spending change. Don't let me lose myself as I'm on my way down this here, as I'm about to digress. So at the bottom line, at the base of it, where the rubber meets the road, the reason that I got married had everything to do with money. Okay? It was all about the money. He was a high earner, and he would say, um, all I need is $200 a week. That's it. That's all I need. And I'm good. And we never had the conversation, but I started making plans for everything else. If all he needed was 200 a week, then my mind says that what happens to the rest of it is on me, as I am the house manager. In my mind, in the marriage, I'm the money manager. I'm the house manager. I manage the finances. He makes the money. I manage the money. If all he needed was 200 a week, I could manage that. Get you 200 a week. Go about your business and let me manage this money. Because the the dream that I have, that I share with y'all, has always been a dream of mine. And so I thought that I was on my way to building, and notice how I said I thought that I was on my way to building. He was the money person, and I was going to build the dream. I was going to build the dream. I was going to make it happen, okay? Um and it's within the realm of possibilities for me, because it's what I do. Now, let me back up a little bit. I had a coworker to ask me, Christine, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And oh, that question stopped me in my tracks, because guess what, y'all? While I am a planner, it's what I do, it's what I did at the job, it's what a teacher does. They plan the lesson before they actually teach it. So because I am a planner, um, I I I was disappointed to admit that I had no plan. I had no plan for my life. I had no plan for my retirement. I had no plans for this stage of my life. I dedicated myself to the job. I dedicated myself to the easy path. I dedicated myself to that paycheck every 2 weeks, which allowed me to live comfortably. What 2023 did was I feel like it was a regression. While while I should look at starting my YouTube channel as a success, while I should look at the videos that I have produced as success, I don't. And the reason that I don't or haven't, I had not, is because I had not valued, remember Suzette Viernon, I had not valued the producer. I'm putting more value on the product than I am the producer. So in that regard, I've seen and I heard another perspective, and I realized, oh, I can rethink how I'm thinking about success, and I can look at it a different way. And I feel my mojo coming back. Now, being in that marriage, that situation, that negative toxic situation, I lost a whole lot of who I was. I lost my optimism. I lost my hope. I lost my joy. Oh my gosh. Um and I and while I was doing good things, what was going on internally was a true conflict, was had me in conflict. Had me in straight up conflict. I tried to put on a good face. I did. I did. I don't think most people knew what all I was going through. Or maybe they did. I remember that my students, my daughter was, I was my daughter's fifth grade art teacher. She said I was a bully. Ah, she don't understand. She just don't understand that it, a teacher requires a a level of strength and confidence and authority in order to manage a room full of 10 and 11-year-olds, fifth graders. So what was classroom management for me, seemed like bullying to her. Um, but anyway, anyway, um, this is what I know. I know that I cannot get better. I can't get better until I acknowledge what is going on in me. And I found it difficult to acknowledge any of my successes. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. Um, Before I left employment, I had I had transformed a piece of land that had nothing on it. It was bare land, and in my artist eyes, it was a canvas ready for something to be on it. And the library was in a urban area. There was middle class housing in the immediate peripheral of the library, but a couple of layers back, you found the low income housing, and it was them. They were the people that I was trying to get into the library, not the people in the immediate peripheral. They use the library. It's the other ones. It's the ones on the out, the ones in the lower, the ones who were further away from the library. They were the ones that I was trying to get into the libraries. The adults, the children would come. The children come into the library because it's warm in the winter and it's cool in the summer. So they come into the libraries. We have computers. They can come into the libraries and they can play and sit and all that other razzmatazz. But the parents, their parents weren't coming into the libraries, and it was their parents that I was after. I was trying to plan programs that I thought would get their parents into the library. And the programs that I planned were for a senior population because the the adults that I was trying to reach have aging parents. Okay. They have aging parents. I'm talking to our generation and younger. You have aging parents. And what is prevalent, and I'm really, what's prevalent is dementias. Okay. They was talking about mental health. Dementias are prevalent in in um, in our aging population. Okay, and one can have a dementia. One can have a dementia for many reasons. Aging, um, an accident, health conditions, um, and Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's falls under the umbrella of dementia. It's a large umbrella, and so I was planning programs for people with dementia, any kind of dementia. Okay. Um, and so the purpose for creating those programs were to um, to take the burden off of the caretaker who has children to care for and an aging parent maybe to care for, and an aging parent who has dementia. That is the fact that you're caring for an aging parent who has some sort of dementia is, and I'm gonna need y'all to Google what is dementia. uh I'm gonna let y'all come up because these here comments is long, and y'all it looks like y'all have y'all got a lot to say on this here subject. But the reason that so I was planning programs for, let me copy that, for that group of adults, okay? Working adults who now will maybe have to stop working so that they can take care of their loved one. And so what I did was create programs, gather information to show the caretaker how to navigate through this difficult time. And so, and it is difficult, y'all. It's very difficult to care for a loved one whose short-term memory is shot to hell, but they still have their long-term memory. And so my mother had a stroke and it affected her short-term memory. Didn't affect her long-term memory at all. She can remember a lot of things from way back when, but she couldn't remember that she had just told me something 5 minutes ago. And so that's difficult. It is difficult to care for somebody who, and I did not have to care for my mother. My sister did. My sister cared for my mother. My mom, she was with me for a little while, and then she jumped in her car and drove drove to San Antonio, Texas, and that's where she lived until she passed away. But what I'm saying is, while I created programs, I created a community garden for people who were caring for people who were suffering from some kind of dementia. I wanted to create a space where they could come and be a part of the community, the caretaker and the person with the dementia. Because guess what? If the person with dementia was a gardener before they started losing their memory, that stuff is those memories, those skills, they're still in their long term subconscious, and so they can be pulled to the forefront, if you will. And there are different ways to pull those memories to the forefront. Music being one of them. Stay Hall, are you listening? Music being one of them. And so so I have all this information, and I'm making all of these plans, and I'm creating, um and I still don't. I'm creating this garden, this community garden. I'm 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 putting together containers. I'm making phone calls. I'm getting the help that I need from the different departments. So I'm doing a lot, right? I'm digging holes. I'm planting trees, but I'm not answering emails, and I'm not keeping the garden club abreast of what's going on with the garden club. I'm not editing the videos that I'm supposed to be editing as I'm trying to um, create videos that can be used for the library's YouTube channel, which is a whole other animals, which, again, here I am, this artist, having to conform to the strict rules and guidelines of that system. And I struggled with it. And maybe that's why I don't see the success. I can't see the success. All I can see is where I struggled. You talked about tooting your own horn. I'm finding it difficult to toot my own horn because I know that I did not give it 100%. And in my mind, that is not that is not a measure. I can't classify that as successful. Okay, now let me give you an example of what I can classify as successful. So when I was a teacher in the private Christian school, I was awarded Teacher of the Year by my peers. I can't claim that one as a success. Why? Because I was being obedient. Now, in that regard, I was successful. I was being obedient. I was operating in a I was operating in his will. I was where I was supposed to be at the time that I was supposed to be there, right? And then I know that I was supposed to be there because of what happened further on in the future. He was prepared. I was being prepared for for my future, not this future here, but fast forward past the elementary school, the private Christian elementary school. I did a long term at an alternative school. So yeah, if you think I look familiar, yes, it is I. I am she. I was your elementary art teacher. Yes, I'm the one who was there. Um, I was your substitute. I was your substitute teacher. Remember, remember the one who said, "Now I know that my name is a common name, and you may have heard some things about, Miss Christine. you may have heard that, Miss Christine was mean and just unfair and just nasty, mean. That was not me. They weren't talking about me. That was not the Miss Christine they was talking about. But now, if you overheard a conversation where they was talking about Miss Christine, and Miss Christine was funny. Miss Christine is very funny and very fast. She's a fast substitute teacher. She's fast and very pretty. Then yes, that was me. They were talking about me. And if the students started laughing, I would look at them and say, "Why y'all laughing? What's so funny?" And then that would make them laugh even more. And so I was obedient. I was operating in a mode of obedience. I was where I was supposed to be at the time that I was supposed to be there. Okay. And 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 okay, so I'm where I'm supposed to be, where I'm where I'm supposed to be at the time that I'm supposed to be there. I know this is true. And so in those areas I had many successes, but again, I can't give my credit. I can't give myself credit. I can't. The glory goes to God. I can only give myself credit in that I was being obedient. And where I have not been obedient, I've had some really um, unsuccessful times. And at the bottom line, I was okay with working at the Christian school, even though I made less money than I did as a bus driver. I went from working as a bus operator to working as a teacher. I made less money. What is wrong with me? I made less money in that private school than I did as a bus operator, but it was enough. It was enough, and I was married, and so it was more than enough. It was more than enough, and so that was good. It was okay. It was a good. It was It didn't matter that I was getting less money. Not until the husband wasn't a high earner anymore. Now, financially, things is rough. Emotionally, things are rough. And because things are rough for me emotionally, starts to take a toll physically. I'm crumbling, y'all. I'm crumbling, 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 crumbling. And now here I am. Everything has just kind of leveled off, right? My income has leveled off. It is enough. I'm getting here eventually, but I'm no longer at the bottom of the middle class. I have slid right into. I'm standing right on the poverty line. So much so that um, remember I told y'all. I think I was on Miss T with the T. I was on. on her channel, and I told y'all about the tablet that showed up at the door. It's because I'm poor. It's because I qualified for. Okay, so I'm on long-term disability. When I was on short-term disability, I still had health coverage. Once I went to long-term disability, I no longer had health coverage, and so I had to go and find myself some health coverage. And what the city offers is just so that's so is it is so expensive. I don't know if you all are familiar with Cobra, but yeah, no, thank you. I could not have afforded. I would not have been able to afford that. And so, thank God for the marketplace. So I went out there on the market in the marketplace, and I found some health insurance, and it was affordable, or so I thought. It was affordable. It was affordable. It was affordable. But then I got notification that I've qualified for Medicaid. I've already been told that I can't get Medicare until 2025. Okay. And I can't get Social Security. I'm not going to get Social Security until I'm 67. So I'm on long-term disability until I'm 67. Fixed income. I don't think I don't know if they do uh year yearly what's that, yearly increase? I forget what it's called. Um but for long-term disability, I don't know if that's going to change, but anyway, it is what it is. So that's leveled out. My income is fixed. It is what it is. And so I don't know how it is that I'm going to make the big dream happen. Okay, no problem. But experience has shown me that when God is in control, it don't even matter. It doesn't matter what I know. And I can't plan for it. I just have to wait and see. But anyway, so the people have told me that I qualify for Medicaid. That's free health coverage. Okay, that's a blessing. All right. So then my mind says, well, if I can get Medicaid, maybe I can get some food stamps, some SNAP benefits. So I go out there on the World Wide Web and I apply for some food stamps, right? So guess what, y'all? I got a letter back, an email letting me know that I qualified for SNAP benefits, food stamps. And they told me how, and oh, I was so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm going shopping. I'm gonna fill my pantry. I'm gonna buy some food, some things I like to eat. I'm happy, y'all. I'm going to the store, right? I'm going shopping. Guess how much I'm going shopping with? Y'all ready? $23. So I'm poor. Yeah, you poor. The state says, yeah, you poor. But to um you ain't so you okay. You ain't that poor. And so $23. What you gonna do with that? I ain't know what I ain't know what I ain't know how to feel. I didn't know how to feel about it, y'all. $23. $23. And I got to thinking, now what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I can get some black eyed peas. I can eat half of them, and then the other half I can put in the ground. What else say? That's right. $23. Y'all, when I go to the store, I shop the perimeter. I shop the perimeter. Fresh produce, veggies, right? Meat. Um, but look, this is this okay. $23. I'm having to reconcile with the fact that before 2023, I could go to the store. I could go to the store and I could buy the lump crab meat, and I could buy the crab legs. Um, even when I was substituting and working part time, because the part time monies pay the bills. The substitute monies, that was my spending change. Do I want to substitute now? No. No. Could I? Yeah. Am I? No, thank you. No, no. Mm-mm. As a matter of fact, I applied for Social Security. As a matter, well, it was required of me. It was required of me to apply for Social Security. Long-term disability required it. The Virginia retirement system required it. And I'm saying all this because I'm not the only one who's going through this. And I might be saying something to somebody and to make them know that maybe they need to do something, or a light bulb might come on. But anyway, so I was required to uh, apply for Social Security, and I was denied Social Security. Social Security was like, yeah, no, yeah, no, we think you can work. we have we have we have talked to our experts, and based on what we think that you don't qualify for Social Security, not at your age. Um, we think that you can still work. Well, all right then, fine, whatever. Again, I get long-term disability until I'm 67. I'm 60 right now, so um, okay, whatever. But now that's not going to help me to with my long-term goal, with my plans to be um debt free. And it's just it's anyway, I don't know how it's going to happen, okay? But yeah, $23. So I think that I'm going through a humbling a humbling experience, because there's something about the mindset that says that it's okay for me to be late for work every day because I'm somehow special. So there's something to be said to my mindset, right? So I'm being humble. I'm clearly being humble. And here I am now, $23 back at zero. What I'm learning as I'm peeling back the layers, why it is that I'm making the poor choices that I'm making, why it is that I think the way that I do, why I avoid certain situations, why it is that I am right back at zero financially. I can look at this a couple of ways. I can look at this, I can look at that $23, which by the way, I felt some kind of way. I felt all kind I felt many kind of which ways about that $23. But then I had to go pick it up. I think I want to talk about that too. I had to go pick up that $23. That $23 SNAP card. I had to find my way to the social services, and then I had to walk up to the window and let them know that I was there to pick up my EBT card. Now I tried to find it funny. I did. I tried to find it funny. And I asked the woman. I said, "Look, is it possible that they made an error, that they forgot the zero at the end of that their number, or the one before the number? Is it possible that it was 123 or 230?" And she was like, But anyway, this is what happened. So I go to, so she tells me that I have to go to an annex that is out to the sidewalk, down the sidewalk, and around the corner. And I would see the two double doors. Okay. Now I gotta walk. Lucky it's wintertime. It's wintertime, but lucky for me, it's a nice day. The sun is out. And I have walked to this part of the building because I could not find the entrance. I couldn't find the entrance to the social service. It was connected to uh three other buildings, but and then it was behind a gate. But and where I was parked, I couldn't see that the gate had a pedestrian entrance, and so I I called about three times trying to find out how to get into this building, into that portion of the building. Oh, and I got so frustrated, y'all. Right? First of all, it took me a while to get there, because I'm in a city that I'm not familiar with, and so I got there. I got there. Took me a minute, but I got there. And then and here I am standing outside this building for $23, and I can't find the entrance to the building. And the woman has come out. She said, "Where are you?" She said, "Do you see me? I'm standing outside. Do you see me?" "No, I don't see you." But I can't. But I can't. And I'm saying to myself, "Girl, why are you doing all this for $23?" And I really didn't have an answer for that question at that time. I don't know. Well, actually, my reasoning was, well, you know what? I have driven this far. I have drove this far. Gas is not cheap. Uh, I've used the time and energy to get this far. I'm right here. I might as well figure this thing out. And so I parked the car and I got out and I looked and then finally I saw it. I saw the pedestrian walkway. So I walked through it and then I had to walk down this long sidewalk, which took and then turned to make and to go down another long sidewalk, right? And then I got to the door, the first door. And that's where I went in to find out that I had to go to another portion of the building. And so that was down the sidewalk and around, right? So I go down there and I go into the annex. And y'all, the annex is a small building. It's dark. The windows are small. It's depressing. It's depressing and there's nobody behind the desk, behind the plexiglass at the desk. Nobody there. Okay. And so I'm there and and yeah, so finally a young lady comes and I let her know that I'm there to pick up my EBT card. And she says, and she goes on the computer after getting my name, my information, and says, I don't see it. I don't see the I don't see the card. I need for you to go back to where you just came from and let them know that they need to send the card. They need to send some information to her so that she can print it out and give it to me. So now, and y'all, I should have recorded it because it was really sad. So now I'm walking back down the sidewalk, the long sidewalk, to the building, to the office where I first came from, and I stand in the line and I let her know that I let the person know that I just spoken with that they don't have what they need, something from you, and yeah, they don't have what I need. And she was surprised. She was like, "Huh? What? I just said the blah 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 blah." Okay, and I was like, "Okay, well, look, can you get her to bring it to me?" No, nope. No, I didn't say that yet. So okay, all right, okay, now. So you sending me back to the annex? Yeah, she's sending me back to the annex, and y'all, my stride was getting slower and slower. My head was hung low, and I questioned why. Why are you doing? Why, Christine, are you subjecting yourself to this? So I go back to the annex, and guess what, y'all? She still don't have it. This young lady still does not have what is necessary to give me. And then she says, she starts talking. She says, you got to go back, speak with the somebody and the worker, caseworker, 15 minutes, blah, blah, blah. That's what I heard, caseworker in 15 minutes. My countenance was already low. And I said, so you want me to go back to where, what, why? I got to go back. So then on that long walk back to the office where I started, I was like, Christine, it's just $23. It's just $23. Yeah, but I've been here for quite a while. I have spent this time and energy trying to find this place. I'm here. So I go back to that office for a third time. And I tell the lady, I'm 2 seconds away from going to my car and just crying. I feel so low. I don't, I'm feeling so valueless. No value. Remember, y'all, I'm coming off of 2023 and I'm already feeling some kind of way. And now here I am in this place, this dark, depressing place to get this $23. May I have just a little more, ma'am. So the fray, reaching past the fray. I know I sound like I have no hope, but that's just not true, because my hope is in God. My hope is in the fact that I can learn, I can be better. My hope is in the reset, the changing my mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. I can do this. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And I promise you all, that walk back and forth for that $23, it took a whole lot of strength. But it was a humbling experience. And I believe it was necessary. It was a necessary walk that I needed, that I had to take in order to get to the mindset that God's desire for me. Your name reminds me that of Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, Christine. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. That walk was not to harm me. The $23 is not to harm me. The 2023 was not to harm me. The the denial for Social Security, the none of it was to harm me, but to give me a hope and a future. hmm So now I wanted to be honest with y'all because I told you last week about the baby yacht, the baby yacht in the yard, and it's still there. It's still there, but that's not mine. That's not mine. That belongs to a handyman. But yeah, it's in my yard, and maybe, maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for that baby yacht, the baby yacht. But yeah, um, y'all. So so I recognize that I've had some successes. The successes were as a result of being obedient. And so recognizing that, recognizing that and being at the front of the last the next chapter. I'm not going to say the last chapter. I'm going to say the next chapter. Being at the beginning of the next chapter of my life, uh I'm going to operate it. I'm going to move in it from a position of obedience. Understand that when I say what I say, when I share what I share, it's because I'm being obedient to my purpose. And I shared with you all my purpose was given to me this way. Physician, heal thyself. I was supposed to do some research about the story of the man who was at the healing who's at the well, the healing well, but um he was waiting for someone to help him get in the healing waters. And when the Lord um came to him and he asked the Lord for help, the Lord responded, pick up your bed and walk. Well, now the you is understood. You pick up your bed and walk, and that's what I hear. What I hear the Lord saying to me is, you, Christine, heal yourself. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm using this time to learn, to hear, from God, to be honest with myself. I'm not sure if I finished the stories that I started, but what I will do is go back and I'll listen to the video and I'll take notes, and where I missed or where I went down the rabbit hole and never came back, I'll um I'll make notes and come back to that. But one more word from my list of studying. Remember, I wrote down a list of words to look up to get a clear understanding of, as I am trying to um, as I'm going to better myself. Um, so Mary was the first one, and I told y'all how that word marry triggered me. But then the next word that I wrote, because I had underlined it somewhere, was nourish. And remember I said that that was definitely something that is a skill that I need to develop, as if I want to be successful in my garden, if I want to be successful uh in my with my physical health, I am going to have to nourish. Now let me um nourish. Let me see. Um, keep a feeling or belief in one's mind, typically for a long time. Keep a feeling or belief in one's mind, typically for a long time. As a man thinketh, so is he. Provide with the food or other substances necessary for growth, health, and good condition. Provide with the food or other substances necessary for growth, health, and good condition. And so um, I told you all I've lost strength in my legs. I've lost strength in my legs, and the reason that um, the number one reason that I could be losing the strength in my legs is because of inactivity. I've been inactive, y'all. Now I talk about garden, but I also told you all that my fall garden failed. Shucks, my summer garden, my spring garden failed for real. My garden failed 2023, and that's because I did not care for it. I didn't care for it. My finances failed. Why? Because I was not a good steward over what I had. Um, my emotional health failing, weak, um, not in a good place because of my money, all of it encompassed together was taking me um to this place right here where I've got to say that I can't I cannot I I will not be able to move forward in this successful latter life until I get until I get to zero, a clear a clear board. And so I'm not going to look at all of the things that have been taken away. I'm not going to look at it as a loss. I'm not going to look at 2023 as a loss. I'm not going to look at my health condition as a loss. I'm going to rethink it. I'm going to rethink it, and I'm going to bring you all along with me as I am, um, you know, resetting my mindset. So now, what am I going to do? What am I going to do moving forward? Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to uh I'm gonna get some seeds. I'm going to get some seeds. I'm going out in the yard. I am going to sow some carrots, some peas, some lettuce, and giant romaine, Caesar romaine, giant romaine. Anyway, uh, so and and uh, hmm, I'm going to be mindful of how I spend that $23, and that's for the month, y'all. $23. I'm going to challenge. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see that $23 as content, a way to. Uh, I'm going to. Oh, I got a video that I'm going to upload real soon. It's how to cut a whole chicken. Guess what? With that $23, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to go and buy um the packs, the long packs of the parts. I've got to be smart about how I spend that money, how I'm going to stretch it. What are the meals that I'm going to prepare with this, with what I'm about to buy? Oh, let me share this with y'all before I go. This is a piece of trivia. Um, Speaking of going to the store with that $23, um, daughter let me know. Okay, so I wasn't real sure about the difference or when I'm using baking soda and baking powder. Is anybody else like me? Um, so this is how she explained it, and in a way that I now understand. Baking soda spreads, baking powder rises. So on the things that I want to rise, I use baking powder. And on the things that I want to spread, like a cookie dough or brownies, then I would use baking soda. Baking soda spreads, baking powder rises. So if I wanted to make some fluffy pancakes, I would use baking powder. So yeah, that was a little tip that I learned just this week, as I am now having to be real mindful of 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 what I do when I go to the store, even more so. And then the next word on my list of words to study is permanently. And what I wanted to do with that word was to make sure I put it in my vocabulary and in my way of thinking, because the changes that I need to make, that I want to make, that I've got to make, they have to be permanent changes. I've got to make a permanent change in the way that I think, in the way that I approach things, in the way that I um, view money, how I handle money, how I rely on money, where my faith is. Now I'm really gonna have to rely on uh, God to operate, to move on, to bless my finances, to bless my mind, to create in me a clean heart and renew in me a right spirit. Create in me a clean heart. I don't want the mindset that relies so heavily on money. Um, Create in me a clean heart and renew in me a right spirit. My faith is in, I put my trust in God and God alone. That's where I need to go. I need to put my faith in God in all of those areas. And when I get up in the morning, I need to get up and be thankful. And right now, and discipline. The discipline is the next word on my list. I've got to be disciplined, intentional, uh, something done with purpose, deliberate planning, or clear objective. With a clear objective in mind, it implies that the action or decision was not accidental, but rather a concise choice made with awareness and intentionality. I'm going to read that again. Discipline. Um, and I think I may have mentioned that I have been undisciplined. And that's probably why I describe myself as silly putty, because that's undisciplined. And it's probably why I don't like marriage, because it's structured. And it's probably why I struggled in that library system, because of the structure. And it's probably why, you know, I I resisted the anyway. Undisciplined is why I resist the structure. Is why I have such an issue with the structure. So intentional, something done with purpose, deliberate planning. So I've been intentional, but for my employer, not for me, for my employer. And for that dollar, I was intentional. And now, ooh, is it possible that I don't see the value, the monetary value in disciplining myself to do to do the to do I don't see it yet. Is it possible that I'm being impatient? Am I wanting to see a quick a return? Is it because I'm not seeing a return on the work that I'm doing that I'm feeling like it's not I'm not being successful in it. I'm not being intentional. When I wake up in the morning, I need to be intentional. I need to get up and exercise for the purpose of being healthier. I need to drink more water for the purpose of being healthier physically. I need to regulate my sleep. I need to go to bed at the same time and get the proper amount of rest for my emotional health. Y'all know that that has the effect, that lack of sleep has an effect on your emotions. Y'all know that, right? So did I see this? Mm, mm-hmm. Yep. uh, I was a single mother. I did get married, but not to my children, not to their father. I married. He married me with two children. Um, but he was like I said, he was a high earner, and then he wasn't. And so the financial burden has always been mine. I have to, as a single parent, provide a place for my children. He got the benefit of that. And eventually, I began to have a real big problem with that, because the burden, that financial burden was heavy. And I really I needed for him to lighten it. And when he was able to, you know what he did? When he was able to lighten the financial burden, he told me he was leaving. And at that time, I was unemployed. I was no longer working at the Christian school, the private school. This was during a economic time when people just didn't have the money to pay for private school. Um, and so I didn't have a job. I didn't have a job. So I was unemployed. I was unemployed, and he let me know that he was leaving. Now, I should probably say that I had begun to pray. I had begun to pray a different prayer. Welcome in, Shantirement. Let me see. Let me see. Let me look at it. Shantirement. Shantirement. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Um, he he let me know that he was leaving. My prayer had changed, y'all. Um, I I knew that I had messed up. Remember, I knew that I had messed up, and I knew that I had messed up when I got married. I knew I was messing up. I was wrong. Okay, so I made that decision, and I knew that I was messing up. But after I did it, then I began to pray, Lord, deliver me from this mess that I've gotten myself into, right? And then um, I really wanted the Lord to smite him, and I couldn't understand why he wasn't smiting him. I'm his child, and he wasn't treating his child right, and so he needed to be smited, in my opinion. And the Lord was not smiting him. He was in the way I saw it, he was blessing him. He was blessed. And he was blessed because of me. And I was having a problem with that. But if I remind myself, I made a covenant agreement. I said that I would. I said that I would be there in good times and in bad. And it was definitely a bad time. And I said I would be there, and I wasn't. I wasn't, and I ain't want to be there no more. And so my prayer changed, and so I began to say, Lord, 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 I don't really care how you deliver me. You can run them over with a Mack truck. All I care. All I know is that I need to be delivered from this mess that I have gotten myself into. Please, 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 please deliver me. So, okay. So when he said that he was leaving, what? Oh, I'm feeling some kind of way. Because now you making this announcement when I have no money, you leaving. No job, no money. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. Okay. So there I am again. Back at zero. The drawing board. No money. He's leaving. He's taking his income and he's leaving. And that's going to leave me at zero. And so I'm trying to make you all understand that all of these things have an effect on me emotionally, and I just feel like they're just bringing me back to like a freshly primed canvas, and now I can begin to paint a new picture with a new mindset, a fresh mindset, a reset mindset, a growth mindset. And so as I have held on to you all long enough, and I want to thank you all for coming back and hanging out with me. Um, I'm going. There's a lot that I want to do, but I'm going to begin to focus on the most important things. And the first thing is to get my physical self together and work on a budget. I'm going to create a budget, and I'm going to do it out loud. So I'm going to work on my finances. Um, I'm going to continue to read this book, Successful Women Think Differently. I'm going to continue to read this book. I am going to um, work on my physical health, my financial health, and while I'm doing that, I'm also working on my spiritual health because I'm praying and I'm listening. I'm listening, y'all. I am listening for direction. I'm listening to the voice of the Lord for direction. And I believe he's sending people my way. He's sending people my way. And in order to light the path and make the pathway straight. And so yeah. Um Discipline. Okay. Permanently disciplined and intentional about nourishing. Let me write this down. Intentional about okay. I can't find it. I don't see it. It's not close enough. Um um let me see if I have any announcements. Um y'all, announcements. Hit the like button, please. Um if you haven't already, go over to Living Out Loud the podcast and check out some of those videos. Um they're all different kinds of videos on different subjects. And yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, share the videos if you think that somebody could benefit from them. And definitely please share these videos. I think that they are I think they're going to be beneficial. I know they're going to be beneficial to me. And my hope is that that the Lord will guide my mind, help me to focus, put my thoughts in order, make the message clear, help me to hear what he's saying to me clearly, make it clear, make it plain. And so yeah, that is my prayer, that is my hope. My hope is um that I can be a positive influence a positive light in this world. And so I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all been here with me from the beginning, and I appreciate you. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are here with me now in the stream, every one of you who have made a comment, every one of you who have hit that like button and shared the videos, and every one of you who are catching me in the um who are part of the, what is it, the the replay game. Yeah. um so yeah. um any you know what, let me let me before I go, oh, hold on, give me a second, just a second. hmm Before I go, I'm going to drop the link. If there's anybody who has any comments, any you want to come up and add your 2 cents, ask questions, got any questions, um you want to testify, you want to share how it is that you have you been in similar situations, similar mindsets, similar thoughts, similar patterns of behavior, and you have a redeeming story. I want, uh-huh, any questions, any concerns, any kind of comments. I am open and ready for it, even though it is 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sleepy. I'm not sleepy. And so I'm gonna give it, a few more minutes, give you all an opportunity to come up if you want to talk about, you know, what you think about permanently um, disciplining myself to be intentional and nourish my own self, my own life, my nourish myself. hmm Oh yeah, I did remember once. I did come up with one success that I had. I told y'all last week about Miss Vi. Miss Vi is she was fire and ice. She was difficult to um, to work with. She was stubborn. Okay, she wanted things her way, um, and I was given the assignment to get Miss Vi to weed her collection, and that was not an easy task. But you know what? You know what, y'all? I did it. I got Miss Vi to weed her collection. I did. Now I put some dots, some red dots on the books so that I would know if she had actually weeded or not. And while she was weeding, she saw the red dots. Ooh, wee. Oh, she was hot. She thought the children had did it. I didn't tell her that I had done it, but she was hot. She was livid. She didn't appreciate that somebody was back there putting dots on her books. Um, some of my coworkers knew that I had done it because I told them. But yeah, I put the dots on the book so that I would know if she had actually weeded it or not. Because she would tell me that she had weeded, and she had not. She had not weeded, and so yeah. Um, oh, I also mentioned but I did get her to weed. I did get her to weed. Now, and in that regard, I was very proud. I was successful because I got her to weed to get rid of some of those books. So yeah, um, I'm not a total. Um, I was about to say something. Uh-huh. So yeah, all right. Somebody, all right, y'all. So I guess nobody wants to come up. Nobody wants to type. Nobody wants to testify. I believe I'll testify. Tell me about how you overcome. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how I'm going to overcome. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to overcome this. I am. Hmm. I don't know if I can buy carrots with my seeds. Can I buy seeds with my SNAP benefits? Huh. I think I'll do some research and find out. Well, what can y'all? Could you? Could you all? What can? What? Can, okay. How about this? I am going to challenge you all to the same challenge that I have, and that is to plan a grocery list to eat for a week with 20 excuse me with $23. Yes, I can. What? Yes, I can. You're encouraging me to do what? I can do this. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do anything if I try. Just try. But I got to change my mindset. I've got to change my I've got to grab control of my mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be ye transformed by changing your mind. Okay. And I can do that. I can do that. I sure can. Um, and I can create a grocery list with huh? Can I though? I can buy seeds. Oh, you telling me I can buy seeds with my? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, if that's true, okay. All right. Well, you know what? Awesome. Cool. Okay. Okay. That is good to know. That is good to know. Cause you guess what? I'm about to buy some seeds. I most certainly am. And look, you be careful. You be careful out there in your travels. Safe travels. And you know what? It's late, and I need to go to bed myself. So yeah, that I'm going to. So that's what I'm going to do. That's good to know. Sifting some soil and more. I'm about to go. I'm about to go shopping, or at least do some research to see if that's true. All right. As a matter of fact, I can go to Walmart.com and see it and see if I can purchase some seeds with my. See if they are um, EBT approved. All right. You got me excited now. All right, look, I'm getting ready to go. Let you all go to sleep. You all be blessed. Have a wonderful day. The rest of your day. Um, uh-huh. Absolutely. Thank you, Deborah Garrett. Sending love to to Mona. Hmm. Big Rooster. What the world? How you gonna come up in here with how you gonna come up in here when I'm fixing to go, man? Hey, hey, hey. Uh-huh. It's early there. It's not late there where you is. But yeah, thank you, Big Rooster, for stopping by. Um hmm I saw you out there bowling. I bowl sometimes. Sometimes. But I found that after I go bowling, I got pain. I have pains in my shoulders and my hips, and it takes me a few days to recover. One of the drawbacks and benefits of being old. Hmm. But I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Once I get warmed up, I'm pretty good. I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. Gotta tell the truth. Keep the truth. I'm all right. But look, yeah. So Um, yeah, so I got to go. I got to go. I got to get ready. You suck at it. Yeah. I don't suck at it, but I could be better. I could be better. Um, I like the idea of being out of the house and doing something different. Now I'll go to the bowling alley because there's a well, I'm surrounded by military installations. So there's a place that I can go, nice, clean, friendly. Um, and so yeah, we'll go there. Should go soon, but money funny and my change is strange. You just missed my whole um spiel on my life and my finances, but it's all right. It's all gonna be good. Uh, well, uh huh. All right, and maybe, perhaps, I will see you tomorrow night on the Big Rooster Show. And if I'm, yeah, maybe I'll see you tomorrow night in the chat, playing along. I don't want to stay. I don't want to stay broke. I don't. I've been broke my whole life. I ain't trying to end it broke. I've been working. I've been the working poor. I have been the working poor my whole and entire life. And I'm tired. I don't know. No. I don't want to be the working poor anymore. And I might have been, and being the working poor was a great deal my fault. And so now, moving into my latter life, I don't want to be the retired poor. So something got to give. Something got to give. I got work to do, Rooster. I got work to do, Big Rooster. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to stay broke. 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 I want to be a rich snitch. A rich. Give me a word that rhymes with rich. That is not itch bang. Mm-hmm. You say, welcome to the club. Your whole life has been in a recession. I ain't scared of, no, that is not at all what I ain't scared. I'm not scared of a recession. Right. I've been the working poor my whole life, so I know how to survive, which is why I'll be able to take that $23 in SNAP benefits, and if what sitting with soil and more says is true, that I can buy seeds with that EBT card. Oh, that's that's gonna be interesting, ain't it? Well, um, well, when you get rich, you know what? No. Yeah, change that to give. Give a brother. Cause see, if I loan it to you, I'ma want it back. And if you don't give it back, I'ma have to send my peoples after you. And you don't want my peoples to come after you. Cause they're not nice people. And while you may be um, 6 feet now, when they finish with you, you be like 5'8". So no loans from this bank. I'm either giving it I'm either giving it away or I'm not. Yeah. But yeah, you can come and stay. You can leave the West Coast, come vacation here on the you can leave the West Coast, vacation here on the East Coast, and yeah, and have some place to stay here at the Cottage Garden House. Um, have you ever been here? Have you ever been to the East Coast? Why? You had trouble receiving gifts. Big Rooster. That is very kind. You go. Um, well, okay. So I know what I'm about to sow. I'm about to sow some carrots. I'm about to sow some peas, lettuce, and the other brassicas, the broccoli. Even though I have some already planted, I'm going to drop some more seeds. I got seeds, Big Rooster. This $23 is content. You hear me? I am going to make content around this $23. As a matter of fact, I already have a video on how to cut up a chicken. Oh, I need a post office box too, y'all. I don't have a post office box. So that's something that I need to do as I am preparing myself for success and growth. There are things that I need to do. I swear I'm a procrastinator. My middle name is procrastinator. Um, so yeah, I need a post office box in order to receive these seeds that you all are um, offering to send. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I need to do that. I need to go get a post office box. Um, so I got work to do. I got work to do. I need to sit down and budget that $23. And I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna do it all out loud. I am. I am. And I'm gonna learn some things and other people are gonna learn some things as I am doing all of this. Um um you know what? I got you. I got you. I got you. And there's a list of people that I just have to go back and say thank you to. Um, yeah, I do. There's a lot, and my list is growing. But you know what? It's okay. It is all good. Look, now, um, sifting some soil has got to get her rest because she's getting ready to travel, and and I am getting ready to. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm going to bed. I already got on my housewares, my sleepwears. So yeah, I'm just lean back and roll over and get ready for my for tomorrow for the day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah. Um. Thanks for stopping by, Rooster and Soil. Sifting some soil. Thank you for dropping by, hanging out with me, Deborah Garrett. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. And thank you, Stay Hall, for stopping by and saying hi, Miss T. Thank you. Thank you, Shantirement. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bayou Sugar Garden, for coming by, hanging out with me. And anybody else. Everybody that I miss. Oh, Lisa J, thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with me, saying hello. I appreciate you all so much. I really do. I really do. I I do. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea how much it means to me to see you all here in the chat. And then you came back. Then you came back and hung out with me a little bit more. And so thank you for coming on this growth journey with me, supporting me in this area, supporting the channel. I'm grateful. I am grateful. Now it may sound like that I'm whining and complaining, but I'm not. I'm simply telling you what's going on, where I am, and because I think it's necessary to, as I move forward, to lay it all out, tell you all what it is, show you what it is as I move forward and I grow and heal and become better. And then, you know, God says, prove me and see, won't I do this for you? And so that's another reason that I'm here, because I am proving that God is real and that he will do what he says that he will do. Yep. So yeah. Um why y'all still up? I know why you still up, Rooster, but stay home. Ain't it late over there in your neck of the woods? I know it is. Mm-hmm. It was good too, Big Rooster. It was good. Look, it's like Thursday night lineup. Stay Hall. And then me, man, that's what I'm talking about. Big Rooster, you're gonna have to get you a show on Thursday night. Uh-huh. Oh yeah? Cool. Okay. Big Rooster over there multitasking. Uh-huh. Stay Hall gonna get us straight. She gonna get us straight out here on these here YouTube streets. And I really like that I like that we are sending positive energies out into this negative community. Hmm. Everybody multitasking over here. It was great. All right, y'all. I'm rambling. I'm rambling on now, right now. And ain't nobody dropped the link. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just go ahead and say goodnight. And I'll see you all. I'm going to, let's see. Where my banners at? So, yeah, I'm going to let you all go. I've held you on. I've held on to you all long enough. Have a great day. Be blessed. Love you. And all right, y'all.